Oh wow. Are you serious? Third time in a mother freaking row? Do I have to read this? I guess I freaking do. This time we made 100 bloopers. For the third time. Here we go. I will start at 0.5. 0.5 of all, why is the on Nickelodeon text here? First of all, we made another color blooper. Second of all, we made another fan-made background color blooper. Third of all, we made another font blooper. Fourth of all, we made another font blooper on the TVO text. Fifth of all, this time we made a freaking font blooper on the Productions Inc. text. Sixth of all, we made a font blooper on the on Nickelodeon text. Seventh of all, we made a language blooper. Eighth of all, we made another color blooper on the TVO text. Ninth of all, we made a color blooper on the on Nickelodeon text. 10th of all, we made a color blooper on the Productions Inc. text. 11th of all, we have another different letter. 12th of all, we have another different letter in the TVO text. 13th of all, we have a different letter on the Nickelodeon text. 14th of all, we have a different letter on the Productions Inc. text. 15th of all, we have a fan-made letter. 16th of all, we have a fan-made letter in the TVO text. 17th of all, we have a fan-made letter in the Nickelodeon text. 18th of all, we have a fan-made letter in the Productions Inc. text. 19th of all, we have a different number. 20th of all, we have a different language letter on the Nickelodeon text. 21st of all, we have a Romanian letter in the Productions Inc. text. 22nd of all, we have a different language letter. 23rd of all, we have a Russian letter in the Nickelodeon text. 24th of all, we have a different uppercase letter. 25th of all, a different letter has been added. 26th of all, we have a different letter and still floating. 27th of all, we have an overflated letter. 28th of all, a fan-made letter has been added. 29th of all, we have a fan-made letter and still floating. 30th of all, we have an overflated fan-made letter. 31st of all, a Mr. letter has been added. 32nd, we have a Mr. letter and still floating. 33rd of all, we have an overflated Mr. letter. 34th of all, a different number has been added. 35th of all, we have a different number and still floating. 36th of all, we have an overflated number. 37th of all, a big number has been added. 38th of all, we have a big number and still floating. 39th of all, we have an overflated big number. 40th of all, a bigger number has been added. 41st of all, we have a bigger number and still floating. 42nd of all, we have an overflated bigger number. 43rd of all, a TVO text letter has been added. 44th of all, we have a TVO text letter and still floating. 45th of all, we have an overflated TVO text letter. 46th of all, a Greek letter has been added. 47th of all, we have a Greek letter and still floating. 48th of all, we have an overflated Greek letter. 49th of all, a fan-made Greek letter has been added. 50th of all, we have a fan-made Greek letter and still floating. 51st of all, we have an overflated fan-made Greek letter. 52nd of all, an Arabic letter has been added. 53rd of all, we have an Arabic letter and still floating. 54th of all, we have an overflated Arabic letter. 55th of all, a Hebrew letter has been added. 56th of all, we have a Hebrew letter and still floating. 57th of all, we have an overflated Hebrew letter. 58th of all, a fan-made Hebrew letter has been added. 59th of all, we have a fan-made Hebrew letter and still floating. 60th of all, we have an overflated fan-made Hebrew letter. 61st of all, a Coptic letter has been added. 62nd of all, we have a Coptic letter and still floating. 63rd of all, we have an overflated Coptic letter. 64th of all, a Russian letter has been added. 65th of all, we have a Russian letter and still floating. 66th of all, we have an overflated Russian letter. 67th of all, a fan-made Russian letter has been added. 68th of all, we have a fan-made Russian letter and still floating. 69th of all, we have an overflated fan-made Russian letter. 70th of all, a Georgian letter has been added. 71st of all, we have a Georgian letter and still floating. 72nd of all, we have an overflated Georgian letter. 73rd of all, this time a fan-made Georgian letter has been added. 74th of all, this time we have a fan-made Georgian letter and still floating. 75th of all, this time we have an overflated fan-made Georgian letter. 76th of all, a fan-made Coptic letter has been added. 77th of all, we have a fan-made Coptic letter and still floating. 78th of all, we have an overflated fan-made Coptic letter. 79th of all, an Armenian letter has been added. 80th of all, we have an Armenian letter and still floating. 81st of all, a Vietnamese letter has been added. 82nd of all, we have a Vietnamese letter and still floating. 83rd of all, we had an overflated Vietnamese letter. 84th of all, a Japanese letter has been added. 85th of all, we have a Japanese letter and still floating. 86th of all, we have an overflated Japanese letter. 87th of all, a fan-made Japanese letter has been added. 88th of all, we have a fan-made Japanese letter and still floating. 89th of all, we have an overflated fan-made Japanese letter. 90th of all, a TV rating has been added. 91st of all, why is ABC logo here? 92nd of all, why is CBS logo here? 93rd of all, why is NBC logo here? 94th of all, why is PBS logo here? 95th of all, why is Universal logo here? 96th of all, why is Walt Disney and Pixar logo here? 97th of all, why is 20th Century Fox logo here? 98th of all, we have two character designs, one is added, and the other is still floating. 99th of all, we made a glitchy blooper. And 100th of all, we made a crazy blooper. This is the biggest blooper I've ever read. So this time, we made 100 bloopers at once.